Hi guys, and welcome back to FM Base FC episode number 30, and we are here with our League 2 campaign season review. So we're starting off with the end of season awards, which took place at the One Call Stadium, which of course we are renting from Mansfield Town FC. Whilst our stadium is being built, John Warrington winning the Fans Player of the Season award with 44% of the vote, just ahead of Adria Victor with 36% and Pekka Rudholm in third with 12%, but Pekka Rudholm did win the Young Player of the Season. As for goal of the season, it went to Elmo versus Exeter on the 4th of December 2021. Let's go and take a look at that goal, shall we? It was away from home. I don't remember this goal at all. Obviously, with the last season, I managed to call it, and it was a lovely free kick across the goal to the goalkeeper's side, actually, into that top corner. Pretty good goal. Second of a 3-0 win there. John Warrington was top goal scorer with 36 goals. He also had the highest average rating with 7.54. Rudholm won the most assists with 15. Sirik once again with 90% pass completion. Warrington picks up 10 man of the match awards. Elmo and McDonough 14 yellow cards each, with McDonough 2 red cards as well. For the season review, all of FM Base's dreams came true this season as defied expectations, suggesting they would be relegation certainties, and they said mounted the almost unbelievable title-winning campaign. It's a superb season for the Base as they claimed the title to back up their pre-season credentials. So of course, we won League 2 pretty comfortably. We did lose in the Northern Section quarter-final of the Leasing.com trophy against Barnsley, so we're going to look to go a bit better on next season. Carabao Cup first round defeat to Blackburn, and FA Cup of course that third round defeat to Manchester United 6-3. Match of the season beating Salford 8-0, moment to forget the 4-0 defeat against Plymouth. That was a tough one to take. Average attendance this season 733, which is just 7% full. We used 36 different players, which is the highest in the league. As for the club vision, that stuff is all same on there. They want us to win promotion next season by winning the league, which is interesting considering they want us to consolidate ourselves in the league this season, in League 2, and now all of a sudden they want us to win the league next season, and then the season after is win promotion to the Premier League. So they expect us promotions for the next 2 seasons in League 1 and the Championship, and then to get into the Premier League. My contract expires at the end of next season. I'm sure we'll get a new one there. And data analysis facilities are getting improved, which we will take a look at in just a second as we go through some of the screens. Dynamics dressing room atmosphere has actually gone down a bit in this last year, which isn't a surprise considering the amount of players that we've had bids for. A lot of players have actually put in transfer requests to try and force through the move. Again, we will come to dynamics very shortly. We won't do the team meeting on screen. Injury season report. Ledwidge out for 37% of the season, 3 months with a hip injury was his longest unavailable spell. 7 injuries in total for him. Bonswell 24%, 3 months with broken lower leg. In terms of the creative players, McKelly tops the list with 19% of the season missed. 5 weeks his longest with a sports hernia. Culhane, Williams, Danner all up on there. A few small term injuries, so nothing actually too bad, especially compared to last season. They're off on holiday until the 20th of June, so just over a month they get off. Mansfield are looking at one of our youth players and development files. So let's just go and click through some of our screens and take a look. First of all, at the development centre. Some of these ones to watch. Charlie Bunting, who came through the youth system a couple of years ago. Promising goalkeeper, decent potential, 2-star ability already. We may look at giving him some loan games this season coming to help him develop a little bit more. Jermaine Watts, 17-year-old striker. Again, decent little player, decent potential. Probably one to loan out and sell on in future. Carl Lager, 16-year-old striker this time. I'm just going to repeat myself from very similar players. I'm just going to click through so you can have a look at them. Julian Jackson, 17-year-old holding midfielder. And Sean France, the 17-year-old winger. So some decent youngsters in there. A few people looking for some more playing time. So like I say, we're going to look at a lot more loans next season. In terms of finances, pretty healthy position. Again, we didn't pass the FFP restrictions in League 2, but obviously the transfer window closed anyway at that point, so we didn't really care too much. In terms of club vision, we are on A- at the moment. No criticisms, but overall happy. Building a new stadium, so we've got another couple of seasons in the One Call Stadium, I believe. We might move to another one, maybe Pride Park, depending if the attendances pick up. And like I said, the data analysis facilities are getting improved. They should be done by the end of this month. So they're very pleased with our attacking football, delighted with high tempo football, satisfied with youth system and possession football, reserving judgment on the rest of them. So the board are pretty happy at the moment with us. If we go to our club info, as you can see here, estimated value is just short of £95 million now. So we're slowly progressing up, as you can see here. If we take a look at general, Elmo, Jameson and Warrington already on the icons list. Myself, Whitehead, Victor, Bonderson, Rudholm, McDonough, Williams and Culhane, all unfavoured personnel. 96 season ticket holders this season and just £9 a ticket, so I'm surprised we don't have more people coming in. Facilities, you see, we're still in the One Call Stadium at the moment, just £2,000 a year in rent. They are building the FM based stadium, the 140,000 capacity stadium, which is still madness there. We're currently on below average data analysis facilities, so that will be a nice little improvement for us. With Long Eaton as just our affiliate club, we probably will look at getting in another one at some point, just so we get some of them players loaned out. Clean sheets record, Shipway was just short of that this season. We will go and take a look at some of the records. If we just have a quick flick through, obviously highest positions are always going to be first. Average attendance each season, so you can see how much we've grown. First season just 247, 717 now this season. We are slowly creeping our way up to that 1,000 mark. Highest attendance of each season, we had a sellout against Morecambe in the FA Cup second round first season. So as we got into this bigger stadium, Chesterfield are rivals and Bradford City last season. Highest gate receipts came against Wigan this season. Chesterfield is our highest overall there. The lowest attendance, just 97 people for Leeds under 21 in the Leasing.com trophy. So it shows that people still don't care about that game. It's our lowest ever attendance. Don't think we need to look at biggest wins, biggest defeats we've seen, all of that sort of stuff. So we will look at coming back to these records every so often, and just take a look, see how things have changed. We will take a look through the leagues very, very shortly. We have seen our medical history. Just got Madonna on his way back from a tight hamstring at the moment. No changes to the staff members. In terms of stats, 12% of our shot attempts turned into goals, 139 goals this season from 1,154 shots, with 54% of our shots on target, which is decent. It would be nice to convert some more of our shots on target into goals, because there's a big difference there. Victor with 90 shots on target, Warrington was top scorer, 36 from 140 shots, Whitehead 0 from 33, so just 2 on target there. We missed 2 penalties this season, Victor was one of them. In terms of passes, obviously Cyric 90%, Whitehead 64% there. Mistakes leading to goal, Shipway was the only one this season. We had one last season as well, I believe, but that isn't too bad there. In the air, Sissoko won 87 his battles, he had 62, he won 54. Jameson just 29 out of 99. The red cards 5 obviously this season, McDonough picking up 2 of them. So that's a part of his game that we could do with training out of him, possibly trying to get him to stand on his feet a little bit more. If we just go to facts, our youngest player 18 years 65 days old, Ben Stewart. Oldest player is 28 years 342 days old, which is Thiago Silva, so we're well short of both of them really. The average age though is just 24 years younger than the average age in the league. We do have the tallest player until Sissoko, 6'7". 5'6" is our smallest with Dean Barnes. Average height even is 6 foot, just around about the league average. Then if we just look down, top earners Tom McIntyre and Thiago Silva both on 81 grand a year. We had to pay them big wages to get them to come in from the higher clubs, but hopefully they'll be worth it and we can sell them on for some decent money. Bolton with the lowest earners. Highest cap Zurich at the moment with 12 for Bulgaria. The average cap is 1. Current under 21 internationals we have 11 at the moment. We have been in charge for 2 years, 319 days now, which is not too far off the top. Obviously, most used players in the league as well. So if we go and take a look at the squad dynamics now, you can see a lot of people unhappy, disappointed not to be able to join X Club. So that's a bit of a worry, especially with the transfer window coming up. It's going to be very tough to keep some of these players and potentially keep my job, but fingers crossed we can see it through. Maybe some new contracts for them if we can give them a nice little boost to their wages. Hierarchy, just Olmo in the team leaders. We do have Warrington, Williams, McDonough, Whitehead, Rudham and Bonson in the highly influential players, with Culhane, Jameson, Victor and Ruminotta in the influential ones. Generally supported by most people. No players oppose me, that's a good sign. Just 3 of them, no real opinion. In terms of social groups, just the one social group there. So if we go straight to the Premier League now, and let's just take a look around the world, shall we really? So the Premier League, Arsenal winning the league, 90 points so far. They do have 1 game left in the Premier League still. Man City confirmed in 2nd place, Manchester United confirmed in 4th, Manchester United in 3rd, Liverpool in 4th. Chelsea and Tottenham battling for 5th and 6th, with Norwich, Aston Villa and Everton all still able to finish in 7th. Relegation confirmed with Fulham, Sheffield United and Brighton going down this season. Fabio Silva and Sadio Mane sharing the top goal scorers. Let's just take a look at some of the big clubs, see if we've got any changes here. Emery is still in charge of Arsenal. Bielsa in charge of Chelsea. So did Lampard get sacked there? He did indeed. Lampard's still unemployed now after that. So let's just take a quick flick through all. And Dean Smith there, Alex Neil, Mark Hughes in charge of Burnley, Pardew at Palace, Silva at Everton, Scott Parker at Fulham, Strachan now at Leeds, Inzaghi at Leicester, Valverde at Liverpool. So Klopp was sacked in Liverpool, Pep still at City, Solskjaer still at United, Bilic, Bowen, Wilder and Klopp is now at Tottenham. So Poch obviously sacked. I did get this save going before the winter update, obviously before Poch had left the club. So Poch has been sacked there. He's now at Juventus, and he's been replaced by Klopp. So yeah, the Premier League, a few changes to the league there. Into the Championship, Southampton going up as champions, with Stoke going up as well. Watford, Bournemouth, Forest and Birmingham all in the playoffs. Coming down, Rotherham, Brentford and Luton. So they are the 3 teams who will be playing from the Championship next season. League One, playoff finals between Fleetwood and Lincoln, with Barnsley and Oxford going up. So no chance for revenge against Barnsley in the league next season. We also won't be playing Forest Green, Ipswich, Doncaster or Southend, as they have been relegated. Obviously, League 2, we went up as champions, with Port Vale and Wimbledon joining us, with either Oldham, Burton, Bradford or Crawley coming up as well. Bolton and Dagenham and Redbridge relegated. Bolton just 2 points away from staying up. Bearing in mind they had a minus 12 points deduction as well. They would have finished up in 20th had they not got that from administration. But they are dropping into the non-league. Speaking of non-league, Northampton up as champions, with either Bromley or Chesterfield going up as well. Harrogate, Solihull Moors, Boreham Wood and Dulwich Ham relegated. Now this is a league that I am taking out for next season, just to help progress it through. We're not going to be dropping down to this level anytime soon, so we are going to slowly remove some of the lower leagues and add in some more of the bigger leagues from around the world instead. So International League North, of course, this will be going as well. Stockport going up as champions. Stourbridge, Gainsborough, Leamington and Buxton relegated. National League South, Torquay up, Hungerford, St Albans, Braintree and Gosport relegated. The FA Cup is between Manchester City and Arsenal in the final. If we follow our path through again, Manchester United beat Leeds 3-2 in the 4th round. Into the 5th round they beat Fulham 3-1. Arsenal knocking out Liverpool in that round. And Chelsea were already out at this point as well. So out of the big boys, where did Chelsea go? Chelsea went out in the 3rd round. To Bristol City 2-0. Okay. So yeah, United beating Fulham in there. Then they lost 1-0 to Manchester City. Everton knocking out Tottenham. And obviously Arsenal knocking out Portsmouth there. Arsenal taking out Everton. Man City beating Aston Villa to get through to the final of the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, Manchester City beat Manchester United in the final 2-1 after extra time. We was of course knocked out by Blackburn in this first round 2-0. So how did Blackburn get on? They beat Shrewsbury 2-0 in that next round to get through. Any major absentees from this round? Not really. Obviously the bigger clubs still playing in Europe, so they don't enter in this stage. Then Blackburn beat Fleetwood in the 3rd round. Again, no real teams of note being knocked out there. Into the 4th round, the Blackburn finally lost to Norwich 3-1. Manchester United knocking out Chelsea on penalties. But apart from that, the big boys are still in there. Then Norwich were beat by Manchester United, Arsenal thrashed Millwall, Liverpool knocked out Tottenham, Man City knocked out Leicester, and then into the semi-finals, which is the sort of semi-finals you'll want to see in this cup. Manchester United versus Liverpool. Manchester United went through 3-1 on aggregate, and the same scoreline helped Man City knock out Arsenal. Then obviously Man City taking it in the final. Man City also won the Community Shield, and to the Leeson.com trophy we obviously knocked out in the quarter-final by Barnsley, which is the quarter-final of the competition overall. They were then beat by Oldham in the final, who were then beat by Arsenal under-23s in the actual final after extra time. So, a bit disappointing to be so close and miss out on another trip to Wembley. Obviously, the FA Trophy final hasn't taken place yet, so we don't know the successor to us. What other leagues do we have loaded? We've got Argentina, Brazil, Inter, France, PSG once again win the league on there, just 2 points ahead of Lyon. However, oh no, they haven't won the league yet. No, we've still got 1 game left. So if Saint Etienne beat PSG, which is unlikely, and Lyon beat Dijon, then they've won the league there. Into the Bundesliga, Leverkusen currently top of the league, 1 point ahead of Bayern, and they actually play each other on the final day. So that is a huge game. It's a winner take all on the final day to decide the league over in Germany. So that is a pretty tight one there. Into Italy, Napoli or Juventus will be winning that one. They've got a couple of games left. They have got a couple of games left in Serie A. And Spain, the other big league, Atletico, Real Madrid. It's going to be between them two on the final day of the season. Atletico have the advantage against Rayo Vallecano. Barcelona can't win the league now. They can only finish in 3rd place, so nothing to play for them. Lukaku is now at Real Madrid. He is top goal scorer there. So, yeah, this should be an interesting season coming up. So, we're just going to take a quick look through some of the players, just have a quick flick through their profiles. I believe he's top alphabetically, and just take a look at any international appearances they've made, anything like that. So, nothing of note for Ashley Munn. He's played for the under-21s. Likewise for Kierbay. Not even a youth cap for Dean Barnes. I believe he came through the youth team himself. Bonderson, under 21 appearances for Sweden. 7 senior caps for Ecuador for Cavani, so he's getting some game time in goal for them. Siric, obviously 12 games for Bulgaria with the 1 goal. First international goal against Poland, made his debut against Romania. There, I'm one of his favourite personnel now. Tulsa Soko, one of the players I brought in. No youth caps for him. Culhane at under 20 level, Dano at under 21 level, none for Elmo. Ayoma, who's out on loan. In fact, we will take a look at some of our loan players actually before we do end this episode. Hunt, Jackson, no youth caps, same for Jameson. Johansson for the under 21s, under 21s for Kovson. 2 appearances for Greece for Malaka. He made his debut against Iran. Under 21 appearances for McDonough, McIntyre, none for Michele or Patton or Rimanota. Obviously he can play for England or Zimbabwe. Rudholm has come and gone. Santiago is currently out on loan, 23 appearances for Gibraltar, made his debut against Georgia. Under 21 appearances for Shipway, Thiago Silva, none for Stewart. Victor's played for the Brazil under 20 side twice, none for Warrington or Whitehead. And Oliver Williams, 4 caps, 1 goal for Australia. Debut against Colombia, 12 days later scored his first goal against Venezuela. Ryan Williams has got none. Woodinson 19 times for Norway under 21s, so decent for them. So in terms of loans, we've got a few players out. Kanaric played the most games with 48, Griffiths with 46, Ellis and Ayoma with 41 each. Gibbons 38, Artundal 35, and then Santiago 33. Obviously one of our creative players who I had struggled with. He really did not like me, so we decided to loan him out for some game time. He's played 33 times, scored once, 2 assists, 6.79, not the best really. Edwards 30 appearances, Ledwidge and Russell there. Most goals, Edwards, no, that's assists. Why? We've just made it small now. Let's just auto size all columns, shall we? Move assist that side. There we go. Most goals, 8 for Griffiths in 46 appearances for Solihull Moore, with 6 assists as well as impressive. 7 assists for Edwards. Best average rating to Tyrone Russell, so they are growing pretty well. Santiago's, I mean, I'm not his favourite personnel, believe it or not. I can't believe that at all. Obviously he's outspoken. He is very, very outspoken indeed. But I mean, he's played more for Bromley than he has done for us. He has been a backup pretty much. I mean, he's not one of our best players at all. But it is good to see he's getting some game time and hopefully sort his attitude out a little bit. So that is going to be the end of this episode. On Monday we will be back for the start of the season. We'll take a look at any transfers I may have made if the transfer ban gets lifted. If not, we're going to jump straight into the League One season. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget that like button, subscribe and ring the bell for more. And until next time, I'm out. See ya.